Hare Krishna. With this Mangalacharna, let us start discussing the 7th verse of Sri Sikshashtakam prayers. Before we read the 7th verse, I would like to recite the first 6 verses once. Cheto darpanamarjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam Shreyakairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadu jivanam Anandambudivardhanam pratipadam purnamritasvadanam Sarvatmasnapanam param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam नाम्नामकारि बहुधा निज सर्वशक्तिः तत्रार्पितस्नियमिता स्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन्ममापि दुर्दैवमीदृशमिहा जनिनानुरागः त्रिनादपि सुनीचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानिना मानदेन कीर्तनीयः सदा हरि न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवताद्भक्तिरहैतुकी त्वयि ऐनन्दतनुजकिङ्करं पतितं मां विषमे भवाम्बुधौ कृपया तव पादपङ्कजा स्थितधूलिसदृशं विचिन्तय नयनं गलदश्रुधारय वदनं गद्गदरुद्धया गिरा पुलकैर्निचितं वपुः कदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति. We have discussed till here. In today's verse, युगायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्रावृषायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे. So in the 6th verse, we have seen that the ecstatic symptoms of a sadhaka, of a bhakta at the stage of bhava have been described. The nayanam galadashrudaraya, the eyes are filled with tears. They are overflowing with tears. Galadashrudaraya. Galad means falling, or flowing from the eyes. Vadanam gadgada ruddhayagira, and the throat is choked, is not able to talk, gadgada, as if crying. When you're crying, you're not able to talk. Ruddhayagira is broken words. Pulakai nichitam vapu. Kada is when. When will my hair stand on end? All these, when will they happen? When I take the names of the Lord. Actually, these will automatically happen when the holy names are chanted at the stage of Bhava Bhakti. So then this kind of a prayer is called a Lalasamayi Prarthana. We have discussed 3 types of Prarthana: Samprarthanatmika, Dainya Bodhika, and Lalasamayi. So we have seen examples for all the 3 varieties also, and the prayer that we see in this verse is the Lalasamayi Prarthana, Lalasamayi Vigyapti. It's a submission of like when will I get to that stage? When will I get the service of the divine couple? So the same Lalasamayi Vigyapti continues to the next verse also. This verse, the 7th verse, is in proper Anushtup Chandas. 8 in a pada, so 8 for the 32 syllables in the verse. Like our Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra, most of our Bhagavad Gita verses are in this chandas. So this verse, the 7th verse, is in the regular Anushtup chandas. The 6th verse is actually describing the external symptoms that are manifested in the devotee, in a sadhaka at the stage of Bhava Bhakti. Now, in the next verse, in the Yugaitam Nimishena verse, how the devotee here, I mean Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is actually feeling separation from the Lord internally. What is happening inside? How unhappy and desperate and helpless a devotee is feeling when separated from the Lord. That is told in this 7th verse. So the longing and the hankering that is explained in the 7th verse is actually seen. These profound symptoms are seen only at the stage of bhava and prema. The separation is a very, very high feeling that is seen only in a sadhaka at a very, very high level of devotion at the stage of bhava and prema. So, yugayitam nimeshena, chakshusha pravrashayitam, shunyayitam jagat sarvam govinda virahename. Govinda virahename. In separation from Govinda, me, I am feeling Yugaitam Nimishena. One Nimisha, one moment feels like a yuga, big time period. That means see, happy times always pass off quickly. And sad times, no, we feel as if they're so long, never ending. So here, a moment seems like a great time, great millennium, like a yuga. And Chakshusha Pravrashayasham, and torrents of um, tears are rolling from the. This Chakshusha Pravrashayastam is same as Nainam Galadashrudaraya. And then Shunyayitam, not only you're crying externally, but internally also that feeling of pain is there. So inside also there's crying because this verse is explained as the internal symptoms. And Shunyayitam Jagat Sarvam, the whole world seems empty, it feels void, it feels useless. Like even though there's so much around you going on, you are not interested in anything that is going around you. That happens to a devotee in Bhava Bhakti. Those symptoms are told in the seventh verse. Yugaitam Nimeshena, even a moment seems like a great millennium. Chakshusha Pravrashaitam, tears are continuously pouring from the eyes like torrents of rain. Shunyaitam Jagat Sarvam, the entire world appeals void, empty, useless, contextless. Why? Govinda Virahim, in separation from Lord Govinda. Because Lord Govinda is not with me, I feel uh, the time is not passing by. So there are many songs written in this separation from the Nayaka. We see some in Gita Govinda, and there are so many in Telugu Padas and Javalis. Ede allari vanamali nanu vide manasuna dayamali. This unbearable separation, feeling a moment like a yuga. These are expressed in many famous writings of the Bhakta Kavis. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, after Lord Chaitanya feelings of separation are further explained. Like he's in so much anguish, he's in so much of sorrow that he's telling that the day never ends. It feels as if the day is unlimited, and then it is as if I am burning in a slow fire. If it's a big fire, you quickly burn and it's over. The pain and the torture is less. In a slow fire, continuously there is burning. And even though I am longing so much, why is Krishna so indifferent to me? So always anticipating that union, anticipating the darshan. The bhakta always sings like that. Hmm. Why is the Lord not coming? There are so many devotees. They give different reasons. One devotee says, maybe I have not bribed you. That's why you don't come to see me. See, in the separation, the way the devotee sing, one devotee is singing from South India, I have not bribed you enough. That's why you're not coming. See, if to bribe you, I don't have anything to give you. To give you a nice girl in marriage, I am not Janaka Maharaja. Then to give you lot of army, I am not Sugriva Maharaja. And to give you sufficient money to get married to a princess, I am not Kubera. Then what is the way, O Lord? What is the way out? How will I get your mercy? He sing like that. Rokkami chutakune మూకంటి చెలుగాను చక్కని చెలిని యొసగ జనకరాజునుగాను మిక్కిలి సైన్యమువ మార్కటేంద్రుడగాను ఆకటిక మెటుగల్గు ఆది వెంకటేశ్వర పరిదానమిచ్చితే పాలింతువేమో పరిదానమిచ్చితే. Paridana means bribe, lancham. Only if I give you bribe, I think you will come to protect me. And then Ramadas is telling you're nicely. He's expecting protection. He's expecting the darshan. Why are you not coming? I did so much for you, and then. You're nicely wearing all the jewels that I've made for you, but you're not coming and paying back to Tanisha. Are you thinking Dasharatha Maharaja made it for you? Did Janaka Maharaja make it for you? So he's doing so much of ninda stuti in that pain. No? That separation from the Lord is is so long. Even short durations feel so painful. And then he says, I'm unable to bear this pain. That is why I'm actually, I have chastised you, I have grumbled on you, but please don't take it otherwise. Please come. And then some devotees are thinking, why did you give mercy to that person? Is she your relative? Or why did you give mercy to this person? Is he a cousin? Like that, they're in separation, in that longing for the Lord's darshan, for longing for the Lord's protection. They're writing so many songs with different reasons. One devotee is thinking, I'm calling you soul from so long. Why is the Lord not arriving? Maybe he must have called Garuda. Garuda would have told, these earthly planets are too far. Maybe I don't want to come. Maybe is it Garuda's laziness that the Lord is not able to come? The Lord wants to come, so is Garuda the obstacle? Like that, in separation, there's so much of poetry written by so many of our Bhakta Kavis. ఖగరాజు నీయానతి వినివేగ చనలేదు గగనానికి ఇలకు బహుదూరం బనెను. Khagaraju is Garuda. Oh, Garuda, maybe you gave Anati, but Garuda is not moving. Maybe he told from Gagana, from the spiritual world, we have to go to the Tila, to the earthly planets. It is too far. Lord, today I'm tired. Did Garuda say something like that? That is why is the Lord not coming? So the separation is so unbearable that they keep guessing on why the Lord is not coming. They are all sure that the Lord wants to come. So some people curse their misfortune. Some people are thinking maybe Lakshmi is stopping them. Maybe Garuda is not willing. So many reasons. It is all because the separation is very painful. In separation, the devotees are actually what they are doing. They are remembering the Nama Rupa Guna Leelas of the Lord. They are actually remembering the Lord more intensely and more in more absorption than in the Sambhoga. So this separation is technically called as Vipralamba in our Gaudiya Sahitya. So, love of God is talked about under both Samyoga and Vipralanga. Samyoga is service in union, and Vipralamba is service in separation. So, before understanding whether a sadhaka, the gopis and the ranis of Dwaraka, they are all experiencing Sambhoga, Vipralamba, and these various bhavas with Krishna. That is understandable. But a sadhaka, a devotee like us, experiencing this separation from the Lord, is it possible? Is it actually a devotee in practicing can he actually experience these feelings of separation from the Lord? That we are going to discuss today. So before discussing how tangible it is for a sadhaka to feel this separation, let us first discuss the various relationships in which a devotee can relate to the Supreme Lord. We all know there are five primary rasas in which a devotee connects to the Supreme Lord. First one is Shanta, then Dasya, then Vatsalya, Sakya, Madhurya. And out of these five, Madhurya is considered the highest, we know that. And then there are some secondary rasas like Hasya, Adbhuta, Veera, Raudra, Karuna, Bhibhatsa, Bhayanaka, etc. So among these five primary moods, Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya and Madhurya, we know that Madhurya is considered the highest, most exalted. So in this Madhurya, as Madhurya intensifies, we see further stages in the Madhurya. So that is initially it is prema, Ado Siddha, Sadhu Sanga, Bhajana Kriya, like that we come to Nishta Ruchi Asakti Bhava. From Bhava, when Bhava becomes very intense, then the heart softens further. That is called prema. So this prema, it will increase more as prema. These are gradations in the prema level. Prema becomes pranaya, pranaya becomes mana becomes sneha, sneha becomes raga, raga becomes anuraga, anuraga becomes bhava, and this bhava ultimately goes to the Mahabhava. Srimati Radharani is called Mahabhava Swarupini. That Mahabhava Prakasha, those deepest and highest intense feelings of love are experienced at that stage. That is these gradations we see, they're explained by Rupa Goswami in Bhakta Samrat Sindhu also, and we see in Ujjwala Neelamani also. Prema prema and the higher levels of prema are experienced only after a certain stage. So we discussed various stages starting from Shraddha, when we discussed the first Sikshashtakam verse. So from the last verse onward, from 6, 7, 8, these three verses of Sikshashtakam are actually talking about Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti only. So that's a very, very high stage. And we have also discussed in the last class that one should not, before actually experiencing these symptoms genuinely, and before reaching these stages honestly, one should not try to imitate the symptoms told in these verses. So occasionally, due to deep absorption, such symptoms may be seen, but one should stick to one sadhana and make sure that we falsely do not exhibit such symptoms. So there are in the Vipralamba from Lord Krishna, there are some symptoms. So these symptoms are seen when devotees experience that Vipralamba separation from Lord Krishna. So all the 10 symptoms of separation from Krishna, Lord Chaitanya put it in a very simple word, put it in simple words in this particular verse. So all those 10 symptoms are encapsulated into the seventh verse of the Sikshashtakam. So these 10 symptoms of separation are chinta. Chinta is feeling morose, you're very anxious, and then in anxiousness what we do, we contemplate. Somebody is late, then we think, why is he late? Like how I told in the song just now, why is the Lord not coming? Oh, maybe Garuda didn't come, or maybe he went to some other devotee, or maybe Lakshmi asked him to wait for a while, or maybe he started and then he's on his way, it is quite far, like that. There's so much of contemplation on why the Lord is not yet coming, why I am not yet getting darshan. There's so much of anxiety, that is called chinta. And then because of this chinta, one is not able to sleep. So the next symptom of separation is jagarana. You're not able to sleep, you're restless, sleepless. And then udvega. Udvega is agitated. You're agitated, you're not able to like no be calm, and you're not able to think right, like that. And then tanava krishata. Tanu is body. Tanava krishata. Krishata means is depreciation. It is becoming small, like no, it is emancipation. It is becoming like somebody becomes lean, somebody's eyes are sunken, hair is falling off, and the skin is becoming very pale and things like that. Malinangata is becoming pale, తెల్లబోవడం అంటారు కదా. So the discoloration of the limbs and the color of the body becomes very dull when you go bloodless, no, and when you're shocked, how the limbs become pale and dull. Such things happen. That's called malinangata. So we've seen chinta, anxiety, jagarana, sleeplessness, then udvega, agitation, and then tanava krishata, emancipation of the body. One is becoming lean, one is not interested to eat or drink, things like that. And then malinangata is the limbs have become very discolored. And then pralapa. So when we are worried, we keep talking some nonsense, no? There's no logic to it. We keep uh, incoherent words are spoken. That is called pralapa. Then vyadi, because of that dukkha, that tivra dukkha and tivra viraha, we see that there are some ailments. They suffer from some ailments, like there is heaviness of the heart, always lying down or crying and things like that. And then unmada is madness. Sometimes laughing out loudly and then keeping very quiet. Sometimes rolling on the ground, and sometimes doing bhajana. Sometimes staring into the shunya and things like that. And then moha is bewilderment. Bewilderment is what is right, what is wrong, the discretion is lost, like that. And then mrityu or murcha. Sometimes people faint, sometimes people are dying out of that separation. We see Lakshmi Priya Devi, she left her body in separation of Lord Chaitanya, and then many times Lord Chaitanya is falling unconscious in separation from Lord Jagannath. All these symptoms are seen in a sadhaka, in an advanced devotee who is in separation from Lord Krishna. And we have discussed that Srimati Radharani is the Mahabhava Prakashini. She is the most exalted devotee of Krishna, and her separation is described by the acharyas as the highest. So these symptoms, what we have discussed now, the 10 distinct symptoms of separation, are seen in Srimati Radhika, and Srila Rupa Goswami tells about Srimati Radhika exhibiting these symptoms in his book, The Ujjwala Neelamani. ಚಿಂತಾರ ಜಠರೋದ್ವೇಗೌ ತಾನವಂ ಮಲಿನಾಂಗತ ಪ್ರಲಾಪೋ ವ್ಯಾಧಿರುನ್ಮಾದೋ ಮೋಹೋ ಮೃತ್ಯುರ್ ದಶಾದಶ. So the same words are being used here. So these 10 dashas, these 10 symptoms are seen in Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani is completely smitten, and she is experiencing an ocean of suffering, and all these 10 symptoms are seen in her, and she's lost chinta. She's always thinking about Krishna. And then jagarana, she's not able to sleep. Udvega, she's agitated. Tanavam malinangata, her body is emaciated and pale. And then pralapa, she's talking some incoherent words. Vyadhir, she's as if she's stricken with some disease. And then unmada and madness and moha, delusion, and mrityur dasha. She's actually fainted, and it seems as if she has left her body, as if there's no life in her body. So much of anguish she's actually experiencing in separation from Sri Krishna. And this service in separation is actually considered by the Gaudiya Vaishnavas as the highest form of devotion. This Vipralamba Bhakti has been prominently advocated by one Acharya of our Sampradaya, that is Madhavendra Puri. See, our Sampradaya starts with the Madhva. Madhva starts with the Tattvavada. From Tattvavada to complete Rasa. The journey from Tattva to Rasa, and from Madhavendra Puri, actually the Gaudiya Sampradaya gets its that the complete flavor of the sweetness of Krishna Bhakti of service in separation. So Madhavendra Puri's prayer, very prominent, very famous, and we also see many times that this prayer of Madhavendra Puri is said to have been earlier spoken by Bilo Mangala Thakura. It is famously quoted in Padyavali. Aideen Dayartha Natha he Mathura Natha Kadava he. See that Kada word is coming. When will I see you? That anticipation of darshan, and the pain of not being able to see the Lord, the pain of separation is seen in these prayers. So Aidina Dayartha Natha he Mathuranatha Kadavalokyase. Kada, when will I see you, O Mathuranatha? Hridayam Tvad Kataram. My heart is Kataram, is very Atura, is very anxious to see you. Tvad Aloka is to see. My heart is so anxious to see you. Daita Brahmyati Kim Karomyaham. O Daita, O my beloved, what can I do? Kim Karomyaham. I'm so restless, I'm anxious, I'm not able to sit in a place. When will I get your darshan? When will I see you? When will I have that union with you? When that prayer is seen. Madhavendra Puri utters this verse. And then Arjuna is a very, very dear devotee of Lord Krishna, and he is also expressing similar feelings of separation from Krishna. Krishna actually departed. Along with Krishna, all the glory is gone. Arjuna comes back defeated by simple cowherd men, and then he is coming and crying to Yudhishthira, saying, "Yasya kshana viyogena loko hyapriya darshanaha, uktena rahito hyesha mritaka prochate." It is like without prana, how the body is mritaka, like that without Krishna, I've become lifeless. The whole world is like shunyaitam jagat sarvam. Lokahya apriya darshana. Shunyaitam jagat sarvam means the whole world is void. Similarly, in this verse, Arjuna is telling, though the world is same, it has become apriya now. What I relished before, the in whatever in the world was so pleasing to me before, now it has become very, very apriya. I don't like it anymore because Krishna is not there. Krishna viyogena. Because of Krishna viyoga, loka has become apriya. And he says that even for a moment, it is difficult to bear his separation. Now that he's gone forever, it is as if mrutaka haiva. I have become like a dead person. Without prana, what is there in a body? So without Krishna, there is nothing in Arjuna. There is no glory. There is no achievement. There is no interest. I am a dead man now, oh brother. I am a dead man now. So Arjuna is actually telling like that. So these are all great devotees. So they have actually had the saubhagya, they have actually had the great fortune of being with Krishna. See, they have been with Krishna for some days, and now that they do not have Krishna's sanyoga, they are experiencing vipralamba, they are experiencing that viyoga, they are experiencing separation. So without union, how would one experience pain in separation? That is not possible, right? If I ate gulab jamun long ago, now when I remember gulab jamun, I have a longing to eat. I had a nice friendship with some great personality. Now I am not able to meet my friend. Then I will feel, oh, 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 it's been so long. She didn't call. I didn't see her. I didn't go to meet her. That separation come after enjoying a brief amount of samyoga without having any interaction before. It is not possible to experience pain in separation. Is that not right? So these great devotees like Pandavas and then Gopis and then the Ranis, like the Dwaraka Vasis, the citizens of Dwaraka, and then Vrindavan Vasis, they're all experiencing separation because they have first enjoyed the union with Krishna. Krishna has been with them for some days, and then because now he is not there with them, they're remembering those nice times together, and then they're feeling sorrow. They wish that those nice times were back like that. So, but a devotee, a sadhaka, has not seen Krishna before. So, how relevant is this service in separation for a sadhaka? So here our actually acharyas explain that this vipralamba or viyoga is of three types. Vipralamba or viyoga is of three types. So that is Purva Raga, Mana, and Pravasa. So Purva Raga is the separation that a lover and a beloved experience um, before meeting each other. But they know each other, they've heard of each other. There's anticipation of meeting. The separation and the pain caused in anticipation. How is that possible is by Shravana. The Mathura ladies, they've never seen Krishna before. But when they came to know that Krishna is coming to Mathura and Krishna and Balram are going to walk in the streets of Mathura, they all went to the palace tops, and they were so anxious to see Krishna. Why that anxiety has come, though they have never seen Krishna before? Why are they anxious to see Krishna? Because they've heard about Krishna from the gopis. This Shravana, the Lord and His name, the Lord and His form, the Lord and His pastimes, the Lord and His qualities, they're not different. The Lord's Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela are not different from the Lord. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nityamukto Abhinnatvam Nama Namno. The Lord and His name are not different, and by hearing about the Lord, that anticipation developed, that separation developed. How long should I wait to to see the Lord. That kind of a separation, anguish in separation develops. That viraha or vipramba is called purva raga. That is called purva raga. Purva raga is the raga or the love that pulls you towards the Lord before meeting. And second one is called mana. Mana is actually when there's a loving quarrel or disagreement. For some time, they don't meet, they don't talk. So the temporary break is actually causing pain. You actually want to go, but then you fought, so you then don't want to go. We generally see this between Krishna and the gopis. That is called mana. And then, actually, sometimes Krishna is traveling to Hastinapura. So the Ranis are feeling separation. And then Krishna is traveling back to Dwaraka. So the Pandavas are feeling separation. And then, like, when distance is what is avoiding the union, when distance avoids the union, that is called Pravasa. So there is Vipralamba because of Purvaraga, there is Vipralamba because of Mana, and there is Vipralamba because of Pravasa. So a sadhaka can experience Vipralamba in Purvaraga also and in Pravasa also, because the Lord is so far from us. So we are not able to reach him. That could be one reason. And Purvaraga is where, just like Narada goes to Vidarbha, Kundinapura, the capital of Bhishmaka, and then he talks about Krishna, his form, qualities, and his beautiful features, and so many things, all Krishna's glories, he sings to Rukmini. Just by hearing from Narada, Rukmini falls in love with Krishna. And she sends a message telling Shrutva Gunan Bhuvana Sundara Shunvatam Te Nirvishya Karna Vivarai Haratonga Tapam Rupam Drisham Drishimatama Kilartha Labam Tvayachyuta Vishati Chittam Apatrapam Me. She didn't even see him. She's telling, I am become so shameless, though I am a very Abhimani Rajakumari. I have fallen for your qualities, oh my Lord. You come and take me away. I will come with you to get married. Take me away in Rakshasa Vidhi. She's praying like that. So if my eyes do not see you, only by seeing you, my eyes purpose will be fulfilled, and only by hearing about you, the purpose of my ears is fulfilled. Such prayers she is able to offer. This is all Purva Raga. She didn't meet Krishna before. Yeni gunamulu karnendriyamulu soka దేహతాపంబు తీరిపోవు ఏనీ శుభాకారమీక్షింప కన్నులకు అఖిలార్ధలాభంబు కల్గుచుండు ఏనీ చరణ సేవలే పొద్దు చేసిన భువనోన్నతత్వంబు పొందగల్గు ఏ నీల సన్నామమే రీతి భక్తితో దవిలిన బంధ సంతతులు వాయు అట్టి నీయందు నా చిత్తమనవరతము నచ్చియున్నది నీయాననలేను కరుణ జూడుము కంసారి కలవిదారి శ్రీయుతాకార మణిని చిత్తచోర శ్రీయుతాకార మణిని చిత్తచోర. He's telling, I will wait for 1,000 lifetimes, but let Shushipala not take me. In these words, no, Potana is actually in the 4 lines. He's telling about one Nama Rupa. Yeni Gunamulu Karnendriyamulu Soka, that is Guna. Then Yeni Shubhakara, that is Rupa. Then Yeni Lasannama, that is names. And then Yeni Gunamulu Karnendriyam, Yeni Shubhakara Mekshimpa. And then Nama, Rupa, Guna and Leela. In all the 4 padas of this Padyam, Potana is telling about Nama, Rupa, Guna and Leela of the Lord. So just by hearing about the Nama, Rupa, Guna and Leela of the Lord, Rukmini is experiencing that longing to see Krishna. That he is longing for a union, he is hankering for a union and darshana of Krishna to be with him. That has happened by Shravanam from Narada Muni. So this is Purva Raga. Similarly, a disciple also, by hearing about the glories of the Supreme Lord from the spiritual master, from a bona fide spiritual master, the Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela of Lord Sri Krishna, the sweet Lord, he hankers, he is desperate and he is agitated, and he wants to quickly go to meet Krishna, to serve Krishna in union. Just the Purva Raga what Rukmini experienced, the devotee can also experience. So the service in separation for a sadhaka is generally of the Purva Raga type. So we also not only with respect to Krishna, with respect to our acharyas also, many times we have this prayer, right? Like for example, mm, the prayer which we offer to Rupa Goswami. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं kada. When will Sri Rupa Goswami let me serve his lotus feet? When will that day come? That anticipation. That is because we hear the glories of the acharyas from our Guru Maharaj. So we have anticipation for, we have a longing for that seva. So that separation is caused by hearing. So Shravanam is what causes this separation, and the separation of sadhaka experiences is of the Purva Raga type. We see our Shet Goswamis also, it is never told that they are singing happily, oh Krishna, I am with you, I am so happy now. Oh Krishna, I am serving you in this way, I am happy. We don't see such declarations of any service in Samyoga from our acharyas. But we see that many times, when will I get the seva? When will I get your darshan? When will that day come? Gauranga bolite habe pulaka sharira. When will tears come when I say Gauranga? When will pulaka happen? When will that day come? That anxiety, that desperation in separation is there in most prayers. When we sing our Shet Goswami Ashtakam also, in the last verse, it is told that the Shet Goswamis are asking for such darshan. They're calling out to Radharani, they're calling out to Krishna. He Radhe Vraja Devike Chalalite, He Nanda Suno Kuta. Where are they? Where are they? Shri Govardhana Kalpapadapatale Kalindivane Kuta Goshantaviti Sarvato Vrajapude Pure Kedair Mahavihvalau Vande Rupa Sanatanau Raghuyugau Shri Jiva Gopalakau Vande Rupa Sanatanau Raghuyugau Shri Jiva Gopalakau. The Shet Goswamis are actually searching. Oh Radharani, where are you? Where are you? They're crying out, you know. Oh, where is Radharani? Where is Nandasunu? Where is Lalita? Where are Vishaka? And um, they are searching on the hill. Are you on the Govardhana hill? Or are you at the banks of the Yamuna? Or are you at the Chintamani at below the Chintamani trees of Vrindavana? They're searching everywhere. They're anxious to get the darshan. They're anxious to serve in union. This separation is seen in most acharyas. We see that many advanced devotees, many great devotees exhibit these symptoms of separation. Um, uh, and Purva Raga, they're all actually eternal associates of the Supreme Lord, but in this appearance as Goswamis, they have not seen Krishna before, but they are suffering from the separation that is categorized under the Purva Raga. So, um, and in this book, Prabhuji, Gaurang Darshan Prabhu is actually warning us time and again that one who is not at that level, one who's not at that level but tries to artificially imitate these symptoms of a bhava bhakta is actually is not only ruining his own sadhana, but also is a problem to the society. He will actually, he's a utpata to the society. So Shruti Smriti Puranadi Pancharatra Vidim Vina Aikantiki Hared Bhaktir Utpatayaiva Kevalam. So if we start if we should actually first start practicing according to the scriptures, according to the Shruti, Smriti, Purana, Pancharatra. Mangalarti has to be done like this. Aarti has to be waved so many times, and then without offering flower, you don't offer dupa. There are some vidhis and nishedas told. We are actually supposed to follow all this. As we follow this Vaidhi Bhakti gradually and honestly, when our devotion matures and the heart becomes free of all these material contaminations, and when we actually get there, these symptoms are automatically exhibited. One, without being there, if such artificially, if such symptoms are exhibited, then they create great obstacles on the path of genuine bhakti. It is a problem not only to one's own bhakti but also to society in general, because people, innocent people, will imitate these people, and then they will also go down the wrong track. So one has to be uh, one has to be very, very careful when we read Lord's pastimes. Though he appears as a devotee of the Lord, but he is actually very deeply immersed in the mood of Vipralamba, like Srimati Radharani. So in in material world, when there is separation, there is actually pain. But on the spiritual platform, because in separation also, the sadhaka, the devotee, is always either singing the names of the Lord or the pastimes of the Lord, or enacting the leelas of the Lord. When Krishna vanishes from the Rasa Mandala, the gopis became so unmada that they're all, one is becoming Kaliya, somebody else is enacting Krishna climbing on their head. Sometimes they're enacting the killing of Putana, killing of Agasura. So many pastimes of Krishna, they all started enacting. Because in separation of Krishna also, they're actually singing his names, meditating on his qualities, enacting his pastimes. They're actually in union only. So, because the name, fame, pastimes, and qualities of Krishna are non-different from Krishna, they are all experiencing that union in Vipralamba. So, Prabhuji explains in this book that the service in separation for a devotee happens on the service in union for a devotee happens only in this Vipralamba. In separation from the Lord, when a devotee anticipates the union and does Shravanam and Kirtanam of the Nama Rupa Guna Leela of the Lord, this is that the Sambhoga Rasa is experienced. So Sambhoga Rasa for a devotee is possible only in the Vipralamba. In separation, when there's anticipation for some seva, that is only Sambhoga, he says like that. So it's
Mataji, can you repeat that, Mataji? అర్థం కాలేదు.
ఇదా అంటే ఇప్పుడు what feels like separation externally. In separation, what do the devotees do? They are doing Nama Rupa Guna Leela. They're singing and meditating on the Nama Rupa Guna Leela of the Lord. So they are actually in touch with the Lord through the Nama Rupa Guna Leela, and the Nama Rupa Guna Leela are non-different from the Lord. So here it is told that we while we are still here, we cannot serve the Lord in Sambhoga. So our Sambhoga is our in the strong absorption in the Nama Rupa Guna Leela of the Lord in Vipralamba is only our Sambhoga. So
Okay, so that's
our,
all
our,
we are
our
going to
deeper
get.
absorption in Nama Rupa Guna Leela is as good as service in union for us. That is what Prabhuji is explaining here. So, so a devotee should never actually strive for any direct experience of Sambhoga. So our experience of Sambhoga will not our for the advanced devotees will happen only through the Vipralamba rasa, the absorption in Nama Rupa Guna Leela in the Vipralamba. That is what is told here. And then mostly it is from the Purva Raga Vipralamba. The Mana and the Pravasa is experienced by the contemporary devotees when the Lord was here. The contemporary devotees, like we see Pravasa separation, we see in the devotees of Navadvipa. Lord Chaitanya is in Gambira, so the devotees are actually in Navadvipa, are experiencing separation from the Lord. But then they come on a yatra to Puri, and then they go back. So the devotees in Navadvipa, like this Pravasa, the Vipralamba in Pravasa happens only with the devotees who are contemporary with the Lord's pastime, whether it is Lord Krishna or Lord Rama. The Ayodhya Vasis are experiencing that Pravasa Vipralamba from Ramachandra. The Navadvip Vasis are experiencing Pravasa Vipralamba from Lord Chaitanya. The Dwarka Vasis are experiencing Pravasa Vipralamba from Krishna when Krishna is going to Hastinapura. Like that. So a sadhaka devotee can experience Vipralamba only in the Purva Raga category. That is what is explained. And this Vipralamba will actually lead to deeper absorption in Nama Rupa Guna Leela Leela, and that deep absorption is actually our Samyoga Rasa. That is what Prabhuji explained here. So
Thank
this
you.
is
Thank
all
you.
we have with this verse. So if anybody has any questions or want to add something, please go ahead. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji, any comments? We have one more verse, the final verse, which is talking about the highest submission of a devotee. It is actually told that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu uttered that verse in the mood of Srimati Radhika. Like what that is called in our Sharanagati, and that is called like Atma Nikshepa. I am yours, whether you take me or you don't take me, I have no other go. And it is up to you how you treat me. You are still my ఓడను ఒరుల వేడను భక్తి వీడను నీ వాడను రామ వందనము రఘునందన. Like that kind of whether you are kind to me, you are very harsh to me, you are my Lord, life after life. So that we are going to discuss in next words and complete Sri Sikshashtakam prayers in our next session. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Mataji, I will stop the recording then.
Mataji, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.